All right, guys. Welcome back. Run it back, episode something. This is take 2.
7? I don't know. I think
7.
it's 7.
Yeah, we'll run with 7. And if it's not 7, then everyone in the comments can make fun of us. But
I'm a Googler. I'll figure it out.
he is a Ryan is a we learned this last night. Ryan is a Googler. But welcome back. We have a very special, very, very special. You get 2 big specials.
Yeah, double special.
Mario, aka Mario Bellucci, aka what was your tag? Your joke tag before this?
Melvin.
Calamario.
I didn't like
Calamario,
Calamario as much.
You didn't like it? Well, because you guys didn't watch Squid Game, probably.
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, you got my ass, but
I'm on the last episode of Squid Game. I still gotta finish that.
Oh, you finished it?
No, I haven't finished. I got one more episode.
Oh.
Wow.
I've seen Squid Game and I don't get the reference. I'm sorry. Do you know what calamar means?
It's like squid or something, right?
Yeah. But how's that Squid Game? Squid Game, Squid. Okay, you know what? Whatever, Ryan.
That is no.
Aren't you a journalist major? Like, bro, do some research. Well, I can understand the connection to Squid, but where does Squid Games come in?
I mean, he's playing a game, right? So it's kind of like implied.
No,
I'm not on either of your sides.
You're looking too far into it. Your tag is Ryan.
Hey, pause. That's fire.
You're saying that on the full first name tag podcast. Okay.
This is
yeah. Back off my goat right now. We got 4 first names here. Anyways, welcome to the show, Mario. Well, we'll do a little bit of a local recap first. And we'll get the slop out of the way for the viewers. I know you guys love your slop. Shout outs to Quag Cooper, who listens to the slop while he works, and he enjoys it. I know he enjoys it. But we'll pull up, just for you, Cooper. We'll pull up Warhawk Weekly first.
He probably hit a little head nod right now.
Yeah, I could see him going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, this is not Warhawk Weekly. Might be, bro. Here we go. This is
a good bracket. This is a good bracket.
Very solid bracket. Notable runs are Quag himself. Let's go, GOAT. Up to, what is that, 4th? 3rd?
4th, yeah.
4th,
I think.
4th is a new 2nd. I'm done with the losers finals. But
that's still 3rd.
Solo, also good run. He got a super close set with Pack Smash, and then Pack Smash just completely. This is like the worst feeling in the world when you have a close set with someone in winners and they come and wash you in losers, because it makes you feel like you're dumb. But otherwise, do you guys see any? I know there's no Madame. Gray was playing Link, and there was no Madame Surprise. So this is a Mickey Mouse bracket.
Yeah, I wanted to shout out Smiley Face, because he had a pretty good run to 5th. And obviously Baskin winning his last Warhawk Weekly as a Wisconsin resident.
Sad. Oh, we gotta shout him out, right? What else did he win?
He won this week. He won Advantage State. I think only literally 2 days ago now, as of the recording of this podcast. Big win over a bunch of Minnesota PR and Cuzzo Gray, unfortunately, as well.
Yeah. Super impressive, because didn't he beat Mistral too? And Mistral top 8 Frosties.
Yeah, he beat Mistral, and then he beat C Caleb twice.
Yeah.
C Caleb be going everywhere, bro. That guy was in Michigan, now he's in Minnesota.
Where does he reside now?
I don't know.
Low-key, I have no idea. Where are your parents from? Wait, can we cut that out? Can we cut that one out?
Oh my god.
No, keep it in.
Oh god.
Anyways, shout out to Painbringer22, who is the O-Tour that we brought up last time, who showed up this time, except no Aaron to give us fries to. But no Madame Surprise, so hopefully I can go there and play Madame Surprise at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Actually, I wanna hop on the Glazing Smile train, because I got the chance to play him in doubles at King Me with Eric, though, and I really felt like I was super underestimating the Bowser. Because I was expecting, like, of course, it's, PR Kazuya versus Roy. He's going to touch me with electric and then I'm going to explode. But Gray had, Smile had some really, really good edge guards on Roy where, Bowser Fair is active and big enough that if they get you far enough off stage and I can't mix between going high or going low, you can just checkmate me. And he was hitting that pretty consistently. So it had to be a game 3 Eric clutch where he was like, 2 stocks high percent against 1 stock like mid percent, and he just pulled it out.
Well,
So
speaking of Eric though, clutch. This is West Town Brawl 135.
Transition?
Yeah, bro. I can't lie. I watched this grand finals on stream, and this was probably the most fun I've had watching like a West Town Brawl grands in a long
this was
time.
that was a really good grand finals. There was a really, really good winners into grands.
But you guys were there, right? Anka, did you stay for grands?
I stayed until like I think halfway through grands and then we left.
Great set.
I was not
Really
trying
good
to stay
set.
for a reset, I think, or maybe we did. I don't remember.
Yeah, you did. We were just playing friendliest the whole time, pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, speaking of we got Mario Bellucci getting his first PR win with the pit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Week 2, by the way.
Honestly, the improvement from first to second and third tournament has been pretty meteoric.
Thank you.
Well, we'll bring this up
He's
later.
winning
but
next one.
The pit.
I'm excited to enter another bracket with Pit. I feel like I've already been making a lot of changes.
Do you,
Okay, so just so that people don't keep asking you, tell them why you're playing Pit.
Oh yeah, it's basically because when I went to California, I kind of realized I was an advantage state bot, and you can like do really well in Wisconsin with that, but I feel like I would just be getting way more meaningful practice if I like played Pit and he forced me to like learn certain aspects about the game that I don't think about in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you have a good formula for picking up new characters at this point because you've played a couple of them, or is there still a decent learning phase when you're trying to pick up a new character?
I feel like my learning phase for like the first 3 characters I played, Mario, Min, Steve, was all kind of similar, where I'd review a VOD and I'd kind of like see what's the strongest things about them, and I try to implement that into my play, and I just like fish and try to set up those situations over and over again. But I'm trying to take a different approach with Pit, especially because he doesn't have like crazy like combos or like certain situations he can set up. It's more about like playing around your opponent, right? And like he has really solid like disjoints and walk and a bunch of different tools. So what I'm trying to focus on is like positioning and baiting my opponent to do certain things.
Well, on that topic, you did do very well at West Town Brawl, beating Chico. Yeah, that's the PR win right there.
Thank you. That matchup is actually also pretty good for Pit. So,
oh really?
Yeah, it's one of Hero's hardest.
But other notable things happening here is Kit being Sword, which was huge.
Yeah, it was a fun set.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty close. I kind of got cooked game 2 though, but I locked in.
Well, yeah, you got the genes to lock in against Pokemon Trainer at this point.
I know, yeah.
Unwinnable matchup.
Yeah, I feel
Don't
like
check what me and Ryan set
funny.
record is all time.
I feel like it's funny, like when Pokemon Trainer like loses. This is a really funny sentence actually, but it's because like when I see Ivysaur like pull out like a secret grade level nuclear bombardment on his down air that like covers more space below the stage than like next to him, it makes me think like how do you ever lose? But I think
that move actually sucks, low-key.
That is crazy.
I'm not hearing it. I can't.
That is crazy.
I'm sorry.
That
I
is
can't
crazy.
defend you on this one, man.
Nobody talks about how much worse it is after it got nerfed. Like the nerf was gigantic. People just remember how good it was.
Gigantic.
You had base game Pyra down here, bro. I can't defend.
Dude, like Pyro Downer exists, Rob Downer exists. Like those moves will kill you. Ivysaur Downer doesn't kill you unless you are.
Well, you just keep doing it.
What?
If you just keep doing it, it will kill you.
Yeah, if you hit it 5 times, you only have to hit Rob Downer once, and it kills at 40.
All right, man.
Well,
there's the actual is the actual terrorism.
We'll see if
I think-
someone
Up air,
actually...
low. Yeah, up air is more fucked up than down air. I can agree with that. However, I don't.
I
still
do
I'd be
think
down air.
that like Ivysaur is a special grade CIA agent that was like trained to take on the Taliban or something. Like there's no reason for him to have that level of artillery.
He's like a small little tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah, and moves as slow as a tank too.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I don't think PT's that good, but everyone else here thinks he is. So.
I think he's okay. I don't think he's crazy, but I think he's like up there somewhere. But not like a character I'd complain about.
Otherwise, Kenneth did really well this tournament, beating Teddy, beating Verminator. And
Biggest
Sword.
losers run of the tournament. Yeah, 5 sets in a row, starting all the way in losers round 1 against Creeds, and then beating Crazy Sam, Sword, me, Verm to make it a top 8. Where if the run ends against Black Tiger, but yeah, I in our set I was not. I think I've seen him around before, and I kind of like didn't expect a lot, but I was super jump scared by how consistent the Bowser edge guards were, which I guess is the theme of me sets that I'm talking about with Bowser this podcast, and also the Joker's movement was also very, very
Honestly, let me
impressive.
stop you right there, Teddy. And this is no shade to Bowser players, but that move is not a skill move. Like that can somebody please pull up like ultimate frame data of Bowser forward air? Like that is like that covers low and above like at the same time.
It is better Ike forward air, and Ike forward air is already like has hitboxes inside of him. So it is a bit of a war criminal move.
I was gonna say this is not to take away, but the fact that you're glazing that move is crazy.
I'm not glazing the move. I'm just saying that it's he's not Rob. You have to think to position him off stage, right? You gotta get the timing right. Otherwise, I can just go through you or hit you with up B.
But that's like saying you have to get the timing right on any edge guard. Like when I go out to edge guard, I'm timing just as much as Bowser's
okay, but
timing
there are moves in this game you do not need it. Like Ivysaur Nair, you do not need to time that. You just press the button
base.
You got me on
your side.
That's one of the I hate in Ultimate that you just like edge guarding in this game boils down to throwing a super active move off stage and just like
Which
trying
is
to
what
fill
you
the recovery
do.
line.
That's what you do.
Yeah, because that's the game. I'm saying it's not
the game.
It's not
that's you. That's not us.
No,
we
that's
don't do
the
that.
game. We're talking about right now how that is the
super
game.
active move do I use? That's an Ivysaur Nair level.
I mean, you should be doing Mario Nair.
No,
And Mario Fair, he doesn't ever this guy never does the hold on to no. Yes, you hold on to ledge and then you drop from ledge fair on reaction.
I do that all the time.
I don't know how to do
super consistent against especially characters that have to straight vertically recover
like
up.
Freaking
like
Fox and Falco. When's the last time I played Fox and Beckett?
Okay, point taken. However, you can do that against a ton of characters. I bet.
Yeah, but comparing that to Ivysaur Nair is crazy.
All right.
We're already Malding March not over.
Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
Yeah, come on.
No.
To
It's cooked.
be fair, the
I
startup
think,
on Mario Fair is pretty substantial.
Yes,
right.
you do have to.
I do agree. I do agree with Ryan that if you have the move, you should use it. Right? Like it's there. That's part of the game. Like I'm not gonna not use Shoryuken just because it's like crazy.
I'm not saying I'm not agreeing with Ryan. I'm saying everyone does that when it's just the broken, easy Goo Goo Gaga.
My friend who has it, yeah.
He said,
What
"Guys,
do
you
you
remember
have?
when
You have
we
nothing
did
that's
this?"
Like that. What is Ken gonna do? He's put a sticky feet out in the air and try to edge guard. Ken's edge guard sends him back to the stage.
No, the Nair.
No, he's gonna sit on stage and
the Nair is annoying.
Don't tilt that.
Yeah, I mean, I only ledge trap except against like Roy or something.
Anyways, we got to get back on track.
Yeah. Shout out to RVDT. Shout out to Felix for beating Flying Boy. Shout out to Agnes for beating Mateo. Shout out to Asa for a crazy run. Yeah, Morgos. And shout out to a crazy run by Asa.
And obligatory 5-man Eric Doglaze session. You're so good,
Yep,
Eric. Please.
You are really good, Eric. Yeah. You're
we love you so
much.
Sure. I love watching you play. I kick my feet up and giggle when I watch you play, Eric.
He's the goat. He's big bro. He's big bro.
Are you ready for your fundies lesson? Mazen gulps. And they all say yes, Eric though in unison.
Yes, Eric though.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right.
Let's lock in.
UTB
Thursday
favoritism.
What happened here?
The
Anyone...
return of Reed. The return of Reed. I think was the big
true.
narrative here. Finally coming back out.
Hey, you
That
got
is-
second, beating Troy twice.
Also,
Troy
low
is
key, the greatest rivalry of all time, the roommate battle of Yabo versus Gamma. I believe this is the first time that Yabo has beaten Gamma in bracket. Don't
really.
come after me, Milwaukee, if that's incorrect. But I wish I was there to see that. Is all I'm saying.
That
Did
does
he
look like
pop off
fun
on him?
set.
I want to know.
I
if he
don't know.
popped-
I don't know.
I
I
hope,
know that
I
Yabo
pray
was
that he
tweeting.
did.
I
That'd be
know
a great
Yabo was
pop-off.
tweeting a storm, being like, "Oh, when I beat this guy, I'm gonna pop the fuck off. Like the venue
Yeah.
is gonna explode when I beat this guy." But I have a feeling it might have just been like a head nod into like a quick fist bump kind of thing.
Really? I have a feeling it was a
I know
crazy ass
Yabo was
pop-off.
cheesing, bro.
Can we place like
He's
sleeper
cheesing.
bets on it without knowing? Like take the over under.
Well,
on
that's
whether there was a
really really
pop-off?
good. I'm
saying he popped off.
I'm thinking pop
I'm
off.
saying
Yeah,
at most, I mean at most kind of like a where you like
All right,
lean in,
let
no
us
sound
know,
comes out.
Yabo.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet where he answered this question, so I'll abstain.
All right, I'm standing.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, you'll reveal for us.
Mario.
Okay,
Mario,
Mario,
what's
what's your
I
bet?
think he popped off.
Okay, so we're all saying
Okay,
he
what was
popped
it,
off.
Ryan?
Except me. Okay, Ryan.
No, he said he didn't. At least on Twitter, he said he did. Because someone specifically
wow.
I
asked
win
me.
again. I win again. I can't stop winning. Can't
Oh
stop
my
winning.
god.
Oh my god.
Yabo is such a big
Anyways,
meter.
anyways,
That's
shout out to LISDRD, formerly known as Javi. Getting a lot better recently. It took Vermeer to game 3. What else we see here? Just a
Also,
bagel
wasn't-
had to. What's up?
Wasn't Fred this Falcon who got like a comment win like a year and a half ago or something?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. I think Fred was
Okay.
also at the Bubbler Invitational.
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
they
so-
just like vanish and come back or something?
Yeah, I think so. It was like Cross and Fred got like banished somewhere. Not sure.
That's typical for Milwaukee. Like you'll see these really good players just disappear and then come back and like win at Thursday Throwdown and then disappear again.
Sarcastic. We miss you, bro. Come back.
Low key, this is a nightmare bracket for Troy because he
Yep.
did not drop a game to anyone. Oh wait, I'm sorry. He did lose a game to Inky Rain's Meat Brawler in loser semifinals. But besides the one game he dropped to Inky Rain's Meat Brawler in loser
He just lost to Pow Pow.
semifinals, he lost game 5 Pow Pow every time. Like
And
I didn't
the
see the set.
PR
This is not one I
players-
caught.
The
But-
PR players here are like the only matchups, or some of the only matchups for Game Watch that are like even or worse.
Yep.
Can I
Yeah,
say
this
something?
is-
Yeah,
up?
say
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
As a D1 Sonic Glazer and as a D1 Reed Glazer too, I'm so glad that we finally have a Sonic back to keep these Kazuya's and Game & Watches in
Yep.
check.
Me too. Me too.
We
Me
need
too.
it. And now
Yeah.
we've got some Peaches. Like I feel like nature is healing right now.
Nature is healing. Nature, true. It's true. It's true.
I watched a
Real.
little bit of this. I don't know which set it was, if it was the winners or losers set. And to see Reed just like full hard camping Game and Watch and like just spin dashing back and forth, I was like, we need this.
We do. By the way, nightmare situation for Just a Bagel. Where, and this is no shade to Inky Rain, but I would say Inky Rain and Verminator are like pretty evenish, like they're closer to the same level. And then you look at like the other side of bracket, and Just a Bagel's getting 3-0'd by Game and Watch and Game and Watch
3-0.
Peach. Like, I'm crashing out if that happens to me.
That's a sick run by Just a Bagel. I've been seeing them posting the tasks like box peach clips on the timeline. A lot of I don't know why it gets shows on my timeline, but a lot of mentions between Sam, 9,000 Hippos, and Just a Bagel discussing like peach optimization routes for the crazy turnip combos, and it's good to see that practice is actually paying off. And we're seeing
you guys tell me
make
if
it
this
to-
is like me schizo posting, but whenever I see Just a Bagel lose to a character in bracket, I feel like the next clip that's posted is on that character. Like after I beat him,
Yeah.
I saw like a Mario 0 to death on the timeline a little after. I was like, and then he lost to another, I forget who it was, but I saw like that character being clipped on the. It's like some weird like patterns I'm sensing. It's crazy.
I think that's just smart. That's smart. Smart use of your time. You know,
Sonic's
lock in on the
mindset.
characters. Yeah. Exactly.
A last topic for this tournament is astigmatism posted. Why did all the Twitch viewers leave when I got to grand finals?
Hey, I like watching Stiggy.
This is the matchup you're trying to lock in on, right? Is
Yeah,
Corin's,
yeah. Like both of
Sonic.
these, it's like Game Watch and Sonic. Yeah,
Yeah.
Stiggy, you're my goat. Don't let him.
Stiggy, if
don't
I
let
was
him bring
in
you down.
chat, I would have stayed there too, but I was busy, so no shade.
Yeah, I was. I don't know what's happening. What I was doing. I
I am
did not get to catch this
Number
one live,
one Stiggy
unfortunately.
Glazer. Yeah.
It's good to also see Live Laugh Lucas at locals again.
Oh, yeah.
I know that they were not in the scene. They were very active in the scene, then were not active for a little while. So it's good to see them back.
Yeah,
at locals.
I very much disagree with how much they
Hello.
like Kyle Kuzma though. Kyle Kuzma is terrible. I don't think we should have done the trade.
They like Kyle Kuzma.
They're a big. It's cope. It's because like every Milwaukee Bucks fan just wants to convince themselves that like the franchise is doing good things, and so they're trying to convince themselves that Kyle Kuzma is good.
Kyle Kuzma is crazy.
Is there
What
like
the
a
hell?
playoffs curse, right? Like you get to your team gets to wins the championship, and then like, unless you have an insane dynasty, you're not really relevant for a
Unless
few
you're
more
called the
seasons.
Los Angeles Lakers, then you're probably
Yeah, okay, but we don't
Or you
like,
could-
count the Celtics.
You could also be like
right?
perpetually mid, like the Hawks, like just
Yeah.
forever in mediocrity.
Anyway, sorry guys, we have a guest. Hi Mario.
True. Actually, lock in on the whole point of this episode, which is our goat. Wait. Actually, before we go to Mario, quick shout out to my goat Ryan for coming out to the very first Badger Brawls installment, getting third place behind only the exceptional Black Tiger and then some random Roy main.
Who put this bracket in the notes? We're not covering this.
It's definitely Teddy.
I don't know. It could have been anybody. But I know that my experience in ladder was, I had a really good time. I actually lost for the first time to Triple. Shout outs. That's the Samus was playing extremely well. I was getting very consistently ledge trapped. And then also Waffle Mage, who kind of cooked me that day in ladder. And then he had a tougher time in bracket, but I think that it was kind of just like a lot of unfortunate shit happening to him in our set that he didn't need to die to, but that sucks ass. So
I remember I got a text from Teddy that said, "This is for you, Mazen," and I said, "Well, huh?" And I logged onto the stream, and he went Mario, and almost beat Brian with Mario.
Did not. It was like a JV
It
tier.
was,
That's
no. It was actually like I was at 50 and you were at 0, and I got like back geared into the ledge, and I was like, I got this. And then you switched out of back air fair, and I was like, all right, I lose now.
No, that was truly that brought a tear to my eye. Like I was happy.
Wait, what alt?
Oh, I did the black alt.
He did it for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was for my go.
Mario, what do you think about
respect.
me switching from purple to black?
Is that a thing? I didn't know.
Okay, I hate get this
Damn.
off the podcast. That is actually so disrespectful.
Crazy.
I personally, I think the purple is like iconic for you. I didn't even know you were on black.
I'm sad, bro.
He's never been going to shit.
He doesn't even look at my stuff. He doesn't even watch my VODs.
He doesn't even watch him like that anymore, man. What's the
talk to
point,
me,
man? What's the point?
That's
Anyways,
Hollywood now.
Crazy.
Speaking of us playing the same character, even though I don't think you're ever playing Mario again from what I've seen, but there was a phenomenon when I started competing that you are probably Wisconsin's like first or in the first set of like Wisconsin's true grinders. And you gave just an obscene amount of matchup experience to people that I have never met. And I don't know how you got in contact with these people, but I will be going to like Milwaukee locals, Whitewater stuff, and I'll play
He's mostly talking about Whitewater.
No, I'm not, dude. I'm
Milwaukee.
Mateo. Why does Mateo know the Mario matchup? I met this guy for the first time. He's like knowing all my moves. He's like SDIing stuff, and I'm like, oh, like how are you so good? He goes, oh, I played Mario. I meet Leon LC. I played him for the first time. He beats me. I go, how do you know the Mario? Oh, I played Mario. Why do you know these people?
Now you know how I feel with Juju Man. That's what you get. That's what you deserve.
There's one Juju Man. You made like 15 anti-Mario people.
One Juju Man that they seed me round 1 in every single bracket without fail.
Yeah, and then you accept random dittos for some reason.
Because
I mean, he has a better shot. He has a better shot at the random ditto.
I do. Actually, no, I kind of gave up on the random ditto. His random's way better than mine.
His random is kind of goated.
Okay.
I just go
That's
Steve
how
because
it
normally he
felt.
doesn't want to win enough, so it's
When I was playing, that's how it felt. Playing Pokemon Trainer in Wisconsin. Everybody knew the character inside and out because they played against.
It doesn't matter if you know the character. Knowing the character.
You've got 3 of
There's
them.
3
bro.
characters.
It's March. It's March.
You just switch off to a match that they don't know.
Yeah.
But they okay. All right.
Right? Yeah, shut him up real quick. You play 3 characters that you can't know it all the way.
Exactly, and that's skill.
You play 3 characters that have the same game plan.
It's
no
March.
matter
It's
who you're
March. It's
playing
March. It's
against.
March. It's March. It's March.
PT has more. Mazen, I got it for you. PT has more kill throws than any other character has throws. Period.
Yep.
You have Ivy back throw. You have Squirtle back throw. You have
Yep.
Charizard F throw. You have Charizard back throw, and you have Charizard up
You
throw.
acting
That's
like I can
5
use-
throws. Nobody
you
else
acting
has
like I
5
can
throws.
use any throw when I want it. Like, what is that?
Oh my god, we're done.
No?
Kick this
Like,
guy
You can
out.
like
kill
your
him-
characters don't auto condition shield.
Right?
Yeah.
It's March. It's March. It's March. It's March. It's March.
You know what? March is done. March is ending a week early. I'm done with this. Anyways,
Oh my God.
Alright.
so Mario, speak to that.
Yeah, Mr. Worldwide. You're basically Mr. Worldwide for Wisconsin.
I am. I feel like I travel a lot actually, like not just like for tournaments specifically.
Yeah, you would pull up to
Yeah.
like a Yeah, I mean, it was the Edgeguard Invitational Qualifier, but like you pull up to a Phantasm.
Yeah. Well, Caden would also bring me to some of the other. I think I have to pay homage to Caden because he definitely, like, when I was first starting out, drove me to a lot of stuff. I did drive to a couple like flashes myself, but Caden brought me, like, the game ons and like the Phantasms, and there was another one, Free Fall. Yeah.
Real ones know that Caden was Norse NPR back in the day. He went there so much.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Huh.
We want to
Wow.
talk about like real grinders. I know
Oh.
Caden says like, "Oh, I don't never play the game." This dude plays the game all the time.
Really?
Like,
He's a real
he is a
grinder?
yeah, him and like
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
Kaysen used to be a real grinder, not anymore. But like those two were like, wow, I was just like, whoa, they are some grinders. Like I need to get to that level.
Huh. Every time I see Kaden, he always tells me how much he hates Ken or how much he hates the game.
Well, because when you play a game so much, you start hating it. That's just how it is. That's how you know he's a real.
Really? You think so? I don't hate this game.
Because you don't play like Caden does.
Like good amount.
Damn,
But I mean, probably
you
not.
said you don't even play this game.
I think, and this is an
Wait,
interesting
who's
topic.
winning then? If I still like the game though.
I never
That's
said
fair,
it's about
that's
like
fair.
what you know.
There's no winners.
fair,
It's
in this
about what
game.
you. It's
That's
about
fair.
what you want out of the game.
That's fair, yeah. Well, I mean, Kaden is like consistently winning some roles and shit, so it's good for
Yeah.
him.
I think part of the reason why some people like the game more than others has to do with like whether your character has a chance to win at any point. Like having like me being able to like find a ladder at any point, even if I'm down hella, or like Ken can get the Shoryu, or Roy can just press the A button, or a Pokemon trainer can drool on the controller.
Cloud back air, by the way. Grounded cloud back air.
Either way, like you have a way back in, which makes like the game. But if you're playing like, I don't know, like Wolf, what is Wolf gonna do, bro? Wolf.
Like
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
feel like any character has cheese in this game.
This is Smash Ultimate. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
We'll
Some people
Flash
do
or,
it more
like,
than other.
Bear.
I will never say that Roy is not.
I will
cannot
say, yeah,
just
that is
steal
something
games
that
from people.
was. Sorry, what?
I was just saying that like some characters do it more than others, and like Roy jab side B. Like there are a few confirms in this game. It's just like, oh, okay, well I just don't get to play a third of like 2/3 of my stock because you got the thing right.
Well, even for you, Mario, like that one Summit qualifier over Eric though that you won, you were down like 100% on.
I remember watching that shit.
Yeah, I
I was glazing. Bro.
I was glazing in chat. Yeah.
It was hot. It was hot.
The first time anyone's glazed a Min.
Yeah. Well, I remember I was in chat and I said, "Guys, it's not over. It's not over." And then
It's not over. It's not over. That's one of the things that I've been like. I feel it's been hard for me with Pitt. It's like one of the only characters I played where he just doesn't have this crazy comeback factor. You know what I mean? Like I feel in last situations with Mario, Min, Steve, it's always just like, oh, I'm gonna wait for you to get nervous and I can kill you.
Yeah.
But with Pitt, it's not really the case.
Well, that makes you a better player, right?
Yes, there we go. I got to challenge myself, right?
Well, we mentioned this before, but that's part of the reason why you're doing it is to learn neutral, right?
Yep, yeah. Just learn like skills that I don't already have.
Personally, I think you should just learn neutral on the character that you're going to think you have the best chance to win with, which is either Mario, Min, or Steve. And if you really want to like put yourself in a situation that's like makes you play the full game, just play Mario. Mario doesn't have anything that's like bullshit. I don't have to interact with
You can still get away with like advantages.
Mario, yeah, you can get away with a lot of stuff on Mario.
I mean, you can mash more than perhaps the general character in the cast. You have safer
it's
moves.
not even about
shield and
mashing, but
such.
you can get away with winning a lot less interactions, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to win a lot of interactions, so it like
I never thought
incentivizes
about that.
fishing for, and then especially like for me with Mario, my hardest thing was like jumping but not pressing a button. And like if it like there's so many times you can get away with jumping and pressing a button, but then against like better players, you know what I mean? Only better players force you to play a certain way with Mario. And so I'm just like,
That's
if I
fair.
play Pit, then I'm gonna have to play that certain way regardless. So I'd rather just do that.
I think we had opposite issues because I will do pretty good against like better players because I'll be like playing neutral. But then like when I play worse
good for you.
players,
I hate this theory. I hate this theory.
No, it's
Crazy self-play.
you hate this theory when you agreed with
Absurd
me in the car.
self-plays.
You literally agreed with me in the car when I brought this up earlier, and now you're flipping up in public. We were talking about how
my fundies in neutral are just too good.
it's not even like that. It's not even like that. Like
when I play against worse players, I just I'm playing the game at a higher level than them. I just can't. It just doesn't compute.
It's because in my brain, I think the doo-doo masher isn't going to press a sword character Nair 15 times in a row. And like, I'm like, oh, maybe he thinks that when I close space here,
Listen, it's skill. It's skill. When I'm running across the stage and pressing the A button at you, I'm thinking about the overshoot. I'm thinking about how I'm going to convert off of that when you inevitably get clipped.
Or when I'm like
hit.
in advantage state, I'm thinking about like, oh, like I did this overextension in the previous one. So in this time, I'm going to drift a little back, and maybe he's not going to just mash forward air out of disadvantage for the 5th time in a row.
Well, it's up air out of disadvantage. Excuse me.
But anyways, I think that's why me and you are kind of different.
You are top 2 mashiest players that I've played, and both of them are on this pod.
That is crazy to say, but
hey, caught.
I think the like difference I think with you, Mario, is that you know what you can just get with the advantage state, and you play it like a textbook, because that's where you push your game the hardest, and like you pick the option that you know is just good and it'll just win the situation. But what you want to work on now is like actually thinking about what would be correct in the like rock paper scissors of neutral rather than just picking the option that works every time, right?
Yeah, not even that. I'm just trying to play RPS less. Like I'm trying to like use my movement to like, get people to make decisions, and then I, play reactive to that.
That I think is actually what separates Eric though from like the rest of the PR crowd, is that he doesn't ever he just wins like he'll full hop near you, and then if you roll, he'll catch the roll with fair. If you spot dodge, he catches the spot dodge with back air. If you shield, he tomahawk grabs you. Like, and he hasn't decided in his head, I'm gonna do any one of those 3 options. His hands just do that for him.
Yeah,
like he full hops, and then he sees what you're doing, and then his hands do the rest.
Because think about it, the characters he does best with are the characters with the most air drift. Like Wario, Mario, Bowser Jr. He does the best with those characters because he's actually playing like so much more movement based. Which is what you want to work on, right, Mario?
Yeah. So like Eric, the way that he plays like around other people's movement is why he's able to land like so many like F smashes and all this stuff that I can never hit. I think it's because he's like using his movement to play reactive. So that's something I'm gonna try to work on.
Yeah.
Damn, we really do need those fundies lessons.
We do.
I think a lot of people in Wisconsin need the fundies lessons. But the thing about Ultimate is like you can get away like with just doing like a lot of things. So
hey, that we kind of brought up that you felt like you were kind of advantage state focused player that and that can take you far in Wisconsin, and that may be true. Like some people, I've heard that like at the state, Wisconsin is very, very punish game focused, and I think you can see that in their PR, right? You look at Aaron, he's getting like the up throw gyro side B confirms, or like Gray is hitting back throw and then delay catch the landing with a button or an air dodge into an air flip kick to kill you at 30. I mean, even Eric, who we've been glazing this entire recording, is I get hit by rising nair out of shield at 20%. And then suddenly Roy's in the blast zone because he did nair up air waft at like 70 or like 60 or whatever.
I don't know. I'll actually disagree with those 3 examples because I feel like those 3 are examples of really good neutral players in Wisconsin, whereas a lot of the like mid to high level or even like some low level players are just very much only advantage state.
I think that that's fine, and I think that that's actually the smart thing to do, because learning neutral is hard. It's kind of there's not like you can't lab out like full hop to catch multiple options reactions on your Switch, but if you have level 9 CPU practice, you can get it and get the timing for Roy jab back air. Like there's nothing like that's just something you can put into your hands very much more easily rather than like thinking about conditioning, thinking about how to play your opponent, thinking about, imagining what level of the game you think your opponent's at so you can like predict them to do like more. Okay, this person's feeling very pressured. I'm expecting them to do more panic options. I'm going to be looking for that. This person does not pressure it. I'm going to expect them to play more defensively in the corner. Maybe I should be pushing my advantage and committing harder with things like tomahawk grab. That's all very like nebulous and like you have to play a lot of people and get a lot of experience, or you could just grind 0 to death and that's going to work on everybody. So I think it's actually for a lot of us, I argue, and this is my like mentality for fighting games in general, just do the single player stuff first. That's the most important part of the game. Because if you have to win neutral 3 times, as many times as your opponent does, like I would prefer to be winning neutral once and just getting the stock rather than having to beat my opponent more times than I have to.
Well, that's why we glaze Eric, right? Like that's
true.
That's because like we see him like do a full hop to condition you to run in, he'll drift out, and then I don't know, like do like a forward air, and then the next time he's not going to do the forward air, he's going to like tomahawk and like pressure you with his movement and his drift. I feel like that's what I would want to glaze more than someone doing, I don't know, like Roy jab back air or something like over and over.
I just think that like for the Kazuya's, Galaxies, Galleon, all the Kazuya's we have in the state, Ichigo, I think that the fact that they identified the most important part of the game is being able to kill. You win this game by not outplaying your opponent, but by putting their character in outside the little box.
I don't think he's
I think
saying
that's smart.
it's like more glaze worthy, like you were saying. You'd rather glaze someone like Eric, but I think he's just saying that is a much like there. If there are 2 halves of the game, that is the half of the game that's way easier to get better at. So if
I hear melee players talk about that all the time. It's just if you like when you're getting into melee, just grind tech skill. Do not think about like outplaying. Do not think about like reads. Way in the ancient days before we had like even like early melee, there was the idea of do you practice your mind games or you practice your combos? And that's bullshit. Just practice your tech. Like just get your.
That's so funny to me because I don't know any melee tech except like maybe L canceling and wave dashing. And I went to the melee local and I went 1-2 or 2-2.
No. I don't want to hear.
Well, it's literally true because like I'm looking at them like yeah, you could hit me with Fox Drill, wave shine, up smash. But cool, but like, are you going to be able to get in on me? Because I can see the way you're moving, and I'm going to move around it, and I'm going to hit you.
Sure.
Wait, sorry, you won 1 set?
I won 2 sets.
Was one of them in Redemption?
I won 3 sets. 1 set was in normal, 2 sets were in Redemption.
Okay.
What?
Bro's acting like he solved melee because
that's my first ever local. I don't play the game.
Anyway,
I don't
melee
touch
players,
the game.
Melee players, tap in for the next episode where we're gonna get special guest Lord English.
By the way, I will farm all of you in melee. I don't play the game. I know my neutral is better. That's just what it is. I'm sorry to say it. That's just what it is.
Give me a week in Uncle Punch, you will think differently. I promise. Anyway, the point is, I actually have a lot of respect for people who just grind, who are punish game bots. Because I think that's hard. I mean, that's also how I play, right? Like when I walk up to ledge, I'm just trying to, react, right? I don't give a fuck who you are.
I hate ledge in this game so much. Ledges.
He said this after our set, by the way. He immediately was on tweet being like, "You just play the entire game at ledge, basically, right?" It's because you keep picking the same options, and I'm killing you. Of course, you're gonna spend the entire game at ledge.
I played fucking Snake into Roy. It's like, cool. This whole game is at ledge. The whole game is just a ledge mini game.
Well, anyways, Mario, the idea that you are even approaching this, like, I need to learn neutral. That's the aspect of you being a needer, right? Like, you just need to get better and like you need to win. And I think that is what separates you from like other grinders in the state because you just want it more.
I want to lose, bro.
You want to lose?
You don't want to lose, or you
want to lose so I can win.
What do you think?
Can you speak to that mentality?
Okay, go ahead first.
I can also say you've already made PR. Like people know how good you are. I don't really think it matters if you lose on other characters or even if you lose in
No.
general.
Well, that's why he wants to.
No, unless it's to like gender flip, but otherwise I don't care.
What? I guess you did get farmed in Steve Gannon, which is a losing matchup for Steve.
Okay,
It
sure.
wasn't even that. She farms me on like all my characters, but that's besides the point. She never lets it go. I'm like, okay, calm down.
But you, regardless, you like, what do you have to prove for yourself now? Like, what's your goal?
I don't feel like I have anything to like prove for myself. Not even like being like top 3 in the state. It doesn't even feel like that appealing to me because it's like I'm kind of like mean a little bit in my head. So like even like the best players in our state, I'm thinking to myself, yo, these dudes are ass. I'm sorry.
No, I agree.
How are you top? How are
Yeah,
you
that's-
top 3 in the state? I'm sorry. So like and if I can have that mindset about someone, I'm sure other people could have that mindset about me. You know what I mean? Like if I was just like cheese my way with Steve to like top 3, like okay, like who really cares that much? Like I'm trying to be like actually good, like the best I can be.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think Steve players cheese their way to. I mean, they are a lot of Steve players do focus very much on the punish game, and I respect that. But to stay consistent with my previous statements, but I also feel like we had Aaron on last time that we recorded, and he was kind of saying like, you know what, I feel like I've done everything I want to do at the local like regional level. My main goal is being able to top 8 like an actual regional, like a big regional where you're getting out of state PR coming in. So you don't have those kinds of aspirations, really.
No, I mean obviously I just want for my gameplay to be like people look at that and be like, damn, hold on.
Based.
You want the Eric glaze?
I want.
But people
I
already
want, like,
you've already reached that level of respect, right? Like when people see you sit down, they're like, "Damn, this is
I mean,
my
this guy's
my
like
goat
pretty
Mario."
good. Yeah, I guess.
So
It's more of a thing. I just like having a competitive outlet and I like pushing myself, and I feel like me just like if I just stayed on like Steve, Mario, and whatever, like I could have just kept like refining the same things over and over again. But I don't know. I don't like that feeling. Like I'd rather just like lose and work on other things that I know I can be better at.
Would you say it's like just general improvement for the love of the game, basically?
Yeah, I love Smash. I
Okay,
love
good
Smash.
shit.
And
Okay,
I do feel like I was getting a little bit frustrated on like my other characters a little bit. Like people kept
Mhm.
telling me all these things I needed to do, and I would try to implement them, and it's just I felt like nothing was working. I felt like I was just throwing stuff at a wall. It was so frustrating.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
think it's
that makes
because
sense.
first of all, you want to have fun in the way that like is fun for you. Because it's super frustrating when somebody like gives advice and like you like don't even know what they're even talking about sometimes because they'll just be saying like they'll be waffling about like neutral and conditioning and all this and that, or like you're playing Steve, so you should win automatically, or you're playing like you have Mario Min, that's a crazy spread, like that you shouldn't lose any sets, you should be doing this differently and that differently. But like at the end of the day, like each player plays different, and you have to find the way to like implement what you're working on with what your play style is, not with what other people want you to play like.
Mhm.
So even when you're like learning neutral, you have to learn it in your way, not in like, because even the way that like, because I think Ankit here is like you have a very FGC style neutral, which means like reactive, a little bit of like conditioning, a lot of adapting, working around like it's a puzzle on how to get in. Whereas if you're playing Mario's characters, the neutral would look totally different. Even on the pit now, it's like a lot more movement based, throwing out hitboxes to kind of control space. Like so, neutral looks different for everyone. It's just a matter of like learning what works for you, and then like taking the
Yeah.
advice that works for you too. You know.
And honestly, to kind of speak to that, like, I mean, you guys know I've been doing the Korean experiment for like a couple weeks now, and that has low-key like helped me a lot. Even if I don't intend to like really, I mean, as of now I do intend to like play the character for really bad matchups, but like even if it ends up being something which I drop in the future, I feel like it's helped me approach neutral differently, even as Ken, which is like pretty. I don't know. I feel like has helped me get a little better already. So I do see what you're saying about, using a different character to like round out what you're lacking in. Because I feel like, I mean, so I do. This is a little weird. I think Corrin and Ken are easy enough to switch between because they have like weirdly similar like physics. But
Yeah.
Drift.
other than that, I think like the way you play neutral is obviously like very different. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting and kind of relates to what you were saying about like your whole like pit arc.
Well, do you think you're gonna stick with Pit once you like get to the place you want to be, or are you gonna,
Right now my goal is like I just want to make PR with Pitt, but I've been having like a lot of fun with him. But like even after like West Ham Brawl, like all of my sets, I was just like cheesing. Like even if I
You
like
were
lost,
cheesing, bro.
I was cheesing, bread. Friendlies, I don't know, like Pitt. I've been having a lot of fun, but I just also have a lot of fun like when I'm playing or like doing new things. So it could also be that. I could also miss Mario in like a year or something.
You always end. It's literally like your toxic ex. Like you just miss it eventually.
I don't think Mario's a toxic ex. I think I love playing Mario. I just think that he enables me. He's a bit of an enabler.
Yeah, he's like your soulmate, but like he pushes you a little too far sometimes.
It is my soulmate, but like me being with Mario, it doesn't like force me to grow. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is.
It's too comfy.
It's like yeah, it's too comfy here. We need to go be our own people. Get away from me.
Well, what do you think the contrast like would be if you now learn all this stuff with Pit and you go back to Mario? Like, do you think you'd be like Eric, or do you think you'd be this version of yourself that's like unique and grown?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be like, I don't know. I don't like comparing myself to like other players. I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope I'll be like really good because I feel like my advantage state is already there. And if I just like work on my neutral, I feel like that's like the thing that'll bring me into like the conversation where like I can start like because I've never actually like beat good players outside of the state. I only beat like good in-state players because I played them so much that I can start like formulating ideas in my head of what I can do against them that's like super strong. But then when I go out of state, I just get folded by the good players. So clearly, I think there's something that I'm like missing that's like, like where Aaron or Baskin go out of state and they can get those wins. Like I don't have that same.
Right. It's like you're
ability.
Batman with prep time right now, but you're just trying to be Superman.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like Superman. But I'm Batman with prep time. Exactly.
I am not following that at all, but I'll trust you.
You've never seen that Batman with prep
no.
time or Superman? Like,
Oh,
whatever.
I know what you're talking about.
Like even for example at Genesis, right? Like I was studying mad hard for my round 2, who was like the person I was like I had to upset to reach beast mode Paul. And so I studied pretty hard and we like went game 3 and I won. And then I lost to beast mode Paul, and then like there was like a Banjo who like personally I thought I was way better than, but then like I just started like fumbling in a lot of situations that I just wasn't ready for. Kept getting hit by like the egg and no Wonder Wing stuff, even when I was like up a whole stock like for multiple games.
It's like Batman didn't have the water breathing attachment for the Banjo matchup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's some Lego Batman. You need the right suit. You need to be able to lock
Banger
in.
game, by the way.
Do you guys remember that commercial they used to run? It was like save Lego City.
No.
Lego City needs
I know
help.
I know what you're talking
Yes,
about. Yeah.
yes.
Lego City needs your help.
Lego City needs your help. Give us your credit card information and the 3 digits on the back. Well, I think it's interesting, Mario, because when we played at B2L that one time, and I think you turned to me and you were like, what scares me about playing you is like the aggressiveness has a tempo to it. And like I'm too scared in like the last hit situations because I know you're just gonna rip it, but I don't exactly know when you're gonna rip it and how to move around it. And I think after this arc, you're gonna know when I'm ripping it, and you're gonna be able to bait it out of me.
Yeah, that'll be nice. I'll never have to go last hit with Mazen again.
Yeah, never again, bro.
I was thinking about this one when we were gonna have you on the podcast because I feel like the reason that a lot of people know you or like a lot of people like you and like have played you before and stuff is because I mean you do travel a lot, but also like you were the like resident tutor before who like gradually transitioned to being a PR player, right? So, what do you think that process was like, and what do you think was like the most important thing to go from like that level to like what you are now?
I think it's Ooh, it's hard. Definitely it takes a lot of losing, a lot of grinding, and a lot of like actually like studying and changing what like changing what doesn't work and implementing what does work. Like I'm always someone who's always changing. Like no matter what, I'm always changing what I'm doing. And I think that helps me. Like especially like if you notice, like I pick up characters pretty fast, but that's because I'm like constantly like doing different things, and then when I see something works, then I like really hone in on it.
And I guess to be fair, you were like practicing like every day at some point, right?
I mean, for like a long time, I was like every
For
single day I
years.
was practicing. I went to like for a year. I went to like every local I could, and I played like everyone. I would talk to everyone too. Like that's another thing, talking to people. Like I feel like a lot of people just lose and they're like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit in the corner or I'm just gonna play like randoms. And like you can play randoms, but just like talk to people after sets or talk to people around the venue and like listen to what they have to say, even if they're like an O tour or like a top player. Just listen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well,
No, that's cool.
if you even look back at like the Wisconsin Smash Discord in like 2020, 2021, it's just literally just like baby Mario and baby Aaron being like, who can drive me to this? What do you guys think about this idea? What do you guys think about this? Who wants to play? And it's like it shows like you put the work in and it's like you had a goal. I think
So should we do the online check and check how many messages Mario has sent to the Wisconsin Smash Discord? Real
yeah,
quick.
Ryan, you're a resident Googler.
Ryan.
I don't want to return to that like dark era. When I first entered, it was online. People did not like me.
Really?
Yeah, no. It was
That's
only when I
funny.
started going to offline events that people like kind of like started liking me a little bit more.
I feel like it's impossible to like people online.
Maybe.
Like he's just a faceless cheeser on the other side. You can't have good feelings towards him playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate online.
Oh, 11,429 messages.
Okay, how many pages?
That might be a new record.
Really? I don't feel like I even talked that much.
458 pages.
Okay, someone else had more, right? Someone had 500? Or no? I don't know.
It may have been Aaron.
Okay. So
okay.
11.5 thousand messages. Wait, how many? And Aaron has 1,560 messages. So
Okay.
Ooh,
10%.
Tough. We gotta have a leaderboard.
Yeah, we
for
do.
guests with the most
How terminally
messages to
online they are.
Wisconsin. Yeah, we call most messages sent to the
To be
Wisconsin
fair,
Smash
you
Discord.
joined the scene during COVID. There was not much else.
True.
To do.
Yeah, that's another thing. Whenever people start comparing me and like Aaron and everything, bro. Aaron's been playing since he was like 13. I don't care, like 11 or something.
Oh, we're not talking about
I'm
you
more.
guys playing,
If you want to
about
compare me to
Discord
someone,
messages.
compare me to like Gray. I think Gray, like we started playing around the same time, and I used to like destroy him, and then he just got like way better out of nowhere. So I think you need to ask him about how he improves because I was always jealous.
We're not even talking about the game right now. We're just talking about the online.
We're talking about how online you are.
Oh.
Yeah, we're just looking at the number of messages.
Okay, the three of us can talk about how online he is. There's definitely one polar bear in Arlington, Texas, to be able to talk about how online coming in.
Yeah. So the lore is, if you guys don't know, Teddy has managed to reach 25 hours of screen time in a day.
What? No, wait, hold on. Wait, Teddy, you? I would expect Ryan.
What?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Listen, I'm keeping my internet usage to myself, right? I'm not out there in the streets, up in meeting the locals. I'm just a visitor.
Well,
I'm just
let's
here
be
to
fair.
admire.
I think I probably have more Discord messages on the Wisconsin.
I was gonna say, yeah. Mazen is our polar bear.
But it's because people rage bait me. People are unironically rage baiting me every time I log
You're
on.
too easy to rage bait, dude.
You're
start
extremely
malding for the
easy to rage
smallest
bait.
thing.
It's because people say things. I just can't understand how you think that way.
You need to go to like a Buddhist retreat or something, dude. Like,
I don't think people actually think that way. I think they just want the reaction out of you.
Yeah, I think so.
I will say it is really good for interaction and content. So
it really is. It really is. It is a lot of fun.
It all started with Juju Man, dude.
Half my brand is built off you, Mazen. So I have to thank you.
Yeah, the day that the Melvin thing happened, I woke up to like 50 Twitter notifications, and I thought I got like canceled or like somebody like doxed me or something. And I log on, it's just that like Melvin dropped, and there was like a B2L the day after. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was funny. I never realized how big of an impact that had because even like melee players will like come up to me and talk to me about like the Melvin family trio.
Yeah, and then
No
they're
one
like,
does
oh,
that
like
was
it's
extremely
because
funny.
Martin was on there and I'm on there. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it connects us. But yeah, no, the OG rage baiter was Juju Man because it would be like we've been playing Smash 4, and I was a grinder, dude. I was like, I'm picking Diddy Kong, I'm picking Sheik. If I had kept playing when Bayo came out, I probably would have played Bayo. But I dropped the game at that point. But I was like, yeah, like Juju Man, like if I throw my banana at your shield and I'm conditioning you to shield, I'm gonna get more grabs, and I can also run around and pivot grab your shield behind. And he's like, yeah, when I play Ganondorf, I really like charging the F smash, and I think it's a great option to hit you with it. It's really fun. You're probably really bad because you get hit by that.
Real ones know about the flame choke think piece.
True.
What's the flame
true.
choke thing, please?
I had a Reddit post from like 2013 or 14 about like how to tech chase with Ganondorf Smash
Yeah.
4 side B.
I
Oh my
actually remember
God.
this.
I was a grinder, dude. Like unironically, like Smash 4, if I was like allowed by my parents to go to locals, like I would have been crazy. But I think
Bro said I tore my ACL. So
I literally
couldn't
tore
go
my
to the league.
ACL. But I think it also speaks to like what my goals in Smash, because I guess I was also playing for the same amount of time as Aaron, right? But since the beginning, my goal is just to like hit 6 stuff on stream and like win a set and be like, yeah, that felt really good, and then move on. But like for Mario or like Aaron, it's like I want to make PR, I want to do this, and like working towards that goal is pretty impressive. So
Respect.
yeah, big respect to you,
All right.
bro. Any
Thank
last
you.
shout outs you want to put out there?
For me? For who?
Yeah, man. Plug
Yeah,
your
bro.
socials, brother.
Everyone
Or
knows
whoever
my
you want to shout
socials.
out.
You all know my
Bro's Hollywood.
socials.
Bro's Hollywood. Bro's Hollywood.
I do have a
Real
quick
Hollywood.
question. And this is a general question. I know Teddy's probably yes, because you're a freak like this. Are you guys watching Kagaribi?
Not
Because
live.
Absolutely.
I know that Teddy will kill
Of
his
course.
sticks to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yes, the big one, yeah. I'm not gonna. I don't fuck with the Kowloons. I'm not like that. But for Kagaribi, yeah.
I will wake
I'm
up
in
to
there.
like see that the top 8 is like Sonics, Acola, Mia, like Shuton, Ken, and like each set is going 8 minutes per game, and it's like okay, like cool. I'm glad. I
Do we
didn't stay
want
up
to
for
do?
that.
So we've done who knows ball tests before off the pod and on the pod. How many non JP players are making top 8? We can start with Ankit.
I would need to
Oh,
look.
It's
Yeah,
everybody. It's everybody.
I
The
would
only person
say-
not going is Tiny Mark out of the top 50,
I said 2.
and then maybe like you say 2.
I'll say 3. I'll say 3.
You say 3.
3.
Okay,
3.
Mazen,
3.
3.
I probably also would have said 3. I mean, I guess I'll go 4 to not go 3.
4 is crazy.
What are you, Mark?
I'll give it 1.
I mean, 4 could be like
That's fair. I can even see 0. Honestly, it's like
I'm thinking it's a hard 2. I think it's absolutely just gonna be 2 because you get
I-
Akala, you get Mia, you get Hurt, you get some random upset path that's like Ken or
Like
Shuton or
Umeki
somebody.
or something. Like
Yeah, Umeki, or maybe that like Steve Kaziaraki or whatever. Like,
LV1, bro.
yup. We're gonna get
Broken ass champion.
yeah, but I mean, you're
name
gonna
one
have
Toon Link weakness. Name one Toon Link weakness.
Exactly.
honestly.
Sonic's is free space.
Sonics is, I think, the one, and then the other one is either like Spargo. Leo could do it. I think Tweak it's going to be really hard. I think Light it's going to be really hard. I think like
I think out of the
I think
NA
there's going to
players,
be
though,
one
Light
other
is the best
rando.
one.
You think Light really? I think that Japan
Out of the
is gonna
NA
be
players.
very ready.
Out of the NA players.
I don't
'Cause,
think
I
so. I
mean-
think that Japan is very ready for.
I think
Light's,
Light farms Japan.
style.
Who's the last Japanese player he lost to?
No.
Because he's never been to Japan.
Let's
I think
not-
that the random Japanese. I think Light gets folded by 33 Panera box or whatever the
No,
fuck.
that's
you
real.
know?
That's real. That's
Panera box.
I think Light gets folded by like the top 30 in Japan.
If he has
or
no
it's like
Steve-
3-1.
Okay, honestly, fair. Yeah.
I don't know. If he has
Or
no
just like
Steve,
the
no
random ass
ICs.
like ICs or something.
Yeah,
the
I
random
Exactly,
ICs is
yeah.
I
different.
think light is the hard one. I think Sonic's is free space. I think
Sonic's is free.
Spargo past Kagaribi champion is like probably pretty solid.
I
He's
think it's
inconsistent,
Sonics and a
though.
wild card of like it could be anybody. It could be like a Riddles. It could be like like
Riddle's
the
not making that
Buzz,
shit.
Syrup. It could be any of the random
I
ass
have no faith
players.
in Riddles right now.
Crazy.
My
Mario,
goat is
who's your prediction? Who are the NA player or the non-JP players?
To make it into top 8.
Yeah.
It's either going to be Sonics or Spargo, but not both. But I do want to
Ooh.
say my
Okay.
dark horse pick to make to like top 64, top 32. Y'all need to watch bracket for you. Okay,
Who?
we all know
Oh, the
we all
Filipino.
know Filipinos. Yeah, are the most
True.
powerful race of people.
True.
Who
Really?
does he?
What
Who
is
do they
the,
play?
I don't think you can be saying that.
Alright,
I don't
Mithra.
think you can just be
Aegis.
saying that.
Teddy,
I-
what is
I-
the as a Japan watcher, like what time will top 8 start?
They run usually pretty consistent brackets. Top 8 is going to finish by like 6 a.m. Top 8 will start at like 2,
Hell
I
no.
think. I'm kind of talking out of my ass a little bit. But they could also go. There are some productions that do go over.
When is Kagaribi? It's not this weekend, right?
No, it's
Well,
like
it's in May.
no, it's in like
Okay.
yeah, it's a while.
Yeah, we could still go.
Yeah, we could go.
True. Galleon is signed up. Galleon is signed up. This guy. I don't
That's
like it.
actually fake.
Yeah, it's cap, but
That was a meme.
I go if you go.
Who are
Go
you
to
talking
Singapore
about?
after.
Yeah, Singapore trip.
I'm glad. I really hope we don't get a wave of DQs because the idea of seeing like Chase versus like Futari, Kinmano,
I-
or whatever, I
I
think would be
think-
very funny.
I think the DQs might be tough. Just because the
Yeah.
fact I know there's probably a reg. Do you have to pay that? I know that they added a
They added,
registration
like, a
fee. Do you have
charge.
to pay
$20.
that up front?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think
Yeah.
that you do have to pay that.
Well, the
added
issue
charge
is
is paid up front.
the issue is streaming. Like, because Zamba Acola will probably be like winners top 32, and like that might not even be
Yeah.
streamed. So like,
I also think that there might not be as many DQs as we expect because so many people are being like paid, confirmed, like paid to go. Like DeBuzz is gonna go. He was given $500. He has to. Syrup is gonna go. Skeleton is gonna go. Like a bunch of random US players are absolutely gonna go because they were on a compendium, and if they don't go, it's a bad look.
anyways,
Yeah.
if you want to hear Hazmat, Charles, and Tweak talk about this, you can log on to their episode. But
Go listen to the real pros for the major. Super
We'll
major
wrap it
stuff.
up for now. You're welcome for your week of slop this week. Sorry we missed last week, but we're not really sorry. You're welcome. Like, comment, subscribe. If I don't see at least 10 comments, there will not be a new episode next week.
Let's threaten the viewers now.
Everyone comment
Someone's just
W
gonna leave
Eric
10
Glaze.
comments.
Yeah, W Eric Glaze. W Eric Glaze. I
Eric
want to see that in the
Glaze.
chat.
And also W Mario Glaze. Thank you for hopping on, brother. It's always a pleasure.
So good to
Thank
get you on
you.
the pod.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
always good. Yeah, to make sure to invite me back for every single week after this.
Yeah, we'll see you
Gotcha.
next week.
Facts.
And you're traveling soon, right? You're not gonna be at any locals.
No, I'm not.
How long are you gonna be gone for again?
Oh, I'll be literally back at like the beginning of April, so I'll probably be like at the West Home.
Oh,
in,
okay,
like,
so not that
in
long.
like
Okay, cool.
3 weeks,
2
maybe
weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh
Sounds
yeah.
good.
Well, we'll see you then.
All right.
Much love.
Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, good episode.
Bye.